everyone! Thank you for joining us today on another episode of The Care Connection. Today, we will be discussing two factors that play a key role in substance use prevention: risk and protective factors. Just like with any other disease, the chance of developing a substance use disorder differs from person to person. What we do know, though, is that in general, the more risk factors a person has, the greater the chances are that using substances will eventually lead to a substance use disorder. So what exactly are these risk factors? Risk factors are characteristics at the biological, psychological, family, or community level that are associated with a higher likelihood of problem outcomes. Risk factors that are associated with substance use disorders can often be placed into three categories. The first category is individual factors, which include the age of first use, trauma, and a lack of positive social attachments. The second category is environmental factors, which can include the easy access to drugs and alcohol, a low socioeconomic status, and exposure to violence. The last category is genetic factors. Research suggests that genetic factors account for about half of a person's likelihood of developing a substance use disorder. So, that means if one of our family members has been impacted by substance use, there is a chance that we could also be affected. There is good news though, because for every risk factor, there is a protective factor to counterbalance it. Prevention focuses on strengthening those protective factors, which we can control in order to decrease the chances that a person or community will struggle with addiction. Protective factors are characteristics at the biological, psychological, family, and community level that are associated with a lower likelihood of problem outcomes, or that reduce the negative impact of a risk factor on a problem outcome. On an individual level, protective factors can include having positive values and beliefs, having strong social skills, good mental, physical, and emotional health, and positive self-esteem. Within families, schools, and communities, protective factors can include positive parent involvement, having good mentors and strong role models, community engagement, participating in after-school activities, having social supports, and living in a community or state that has policies reducing youth access to drugs and alcohol, for example. It's important for us to understand that while we may not be able to control some of our risk factors, like our genetics, knowing which risk factors and protective factors impact us can help empower us to make healthier choices about substance use. Thanks for tuning in on another episode of The Care Connection. And remember, collaborative accountability reaches everyone.